This is a valve that you normally find under the sink or under the toilet. This is an angle valve, and this is a straight valve. These can be compression valves or sweat-on valves that you put on sink water lines or toilet water lines. Begin by turning the water off the main valve and then opening up faucets around the house to drain the water out of the pipes. A compression valve has a nut and an inner brass ring. Begin by removing the large nut on the end. This is the end that is inserted on the water line. Also, separate the brass ring from inside. This is the compression ring. Next, I remove the small nut and the inner ring. This is the water outlet on the valve. It's where a hose will later be connected that feeds the fixtures. Prepare the water line by first placing a pan underneath it. This is new construction, so it's never had a valve on it. I will need to clean the pipe well with fine grit sandpaper. Once clean, use a pipe cutter to cut the pipe down to size. Clamp the cutter down on the pipe about 2 to 3 inches away from the wall. Thread the knob until it's snug. Rotate the pipe cutter around the inlet line while tightening the knob as you go. This makes deeper cuts on every revolution until the end comes off. Allow the residual water in the lines to completely drain out. For exposed water lines, such as a toilet, you may want to put on a shallow flange. The flange will dress the site up where the water line protrudes from the hole in the wall. Slide over this line until it is flush. Once again, take your compression valve and remove the large nut on the end, as well as the compression ring. Slide the nut over the water line in this manner. Next, take the compression ring and fit it onto the water line, followed by the valve. Firmly hold the valve in the desired position. Slide the nut over the compression ring and thread onto the end of the valve. Even after hand tightening the nut, the valve will still be loose. You will need wrenches at this point to finish the job. I like to use a pipe wrench to hold the valve steady and a crescent wrench to turn the nut. Turn the nut with the crescent wrench until you feel the valve has grabbed the water line and is no longer loose. Then give the nut an additional 1/4 to a 1/2 turn. It is very important that you do not over-tighten. You could easily damage the ring by doing so, which would result in a leaky valve. I can now test for leaks by turning the water back on. Make sure this valve has been turned off before doing so. Slowly turn the water back on. Once the air is out of the lines, turn off your open faucets. Return to the valve, wipe it dry with a rag, and check for leaks around the connection. Once you're satisfied there's no leaks, a hose can be installed and hooked to the fixture.